All right, my friends, the Oz Man with you. How you doing? So before I start this video, I just want to make it clear, because I know a lot of my viewers want to see boots and leather. This video is just about my trip to the Philippines, some reviews of things I did in the Philippines, like hotels and some tourist attractions and things like that. No boots. There is zero boots in this whole video. So if you come here to watch boots, this video will have none. So you might want to skip this video. Actually, you might want to skip the second one as well, because there's going to be a two-parter on my Philippines trip. So I just wanted to say that up front. So my viewers who come in to watch boot or leather jacket stuff or whatever, no leather jackets, no boots, nothing like that in this video. So if you don't want to watch it, I understand. And maybe you can come in about, the third video, not the next one, because that's also going to be about the Philippines, but the one after, and then we'll have some boots and stuff then. All right, so enjoy the video. My trip to the Philippines. All right, my friends, I'm the Oz Man right here with you. And I'm in Manila, Philippines, heading over to Cebu. And I'm at this airport where you have to take a bus to the plane. Anyway, I'm waiting for them to start boarding. This is the airport. I'm boarding my plane here, my jet. Kind of strange how they do it. You kind of board on this ramp. It looks like that. And you go up and around, up here, all the way up to the plane. It's an unusual way of boarding a plane, I gotta say, but yeah, it's cool. This is my plane up ahead. Cebu City, baby. The magic never stops here in the Philippines, my friends. Never stops. All right, I'm here in Cebu City. I'm trying to see if I get a tour. So they told me to come to this bus terminal, but it looks like it's mostly people leaving their call center jobs to head home. But it's pretty interesting nonetheless. It looks like everybody's picking up their buses to go home. You got a huge line back here. It's like massive. This city is pretty busy, I gotta say. Look at all this. Amazing. This place is pretty busy. One thing I've noticed is there's a lot of stray dogs. Like tons of stray dogs here. Look at this. Unbelievable. Anyway, I guess you have to line up with these signs here to I guess take you home or wherever you're gonna go. Interesting. So this is IT Park in Cebu. Cebu is known for having a lot of call center jobs and I guess quote unquote tech jobs, but really it's customer service. And I think all these people in line are waiting for buses. So yeah. Anyway, I'm here in Cebu, so gonna be here for a few days. I'm gonna try to videotape what I can for the channel. And I'm hoping to, the reason I'm here for this bus thing is I'm supposed to try to find a bus that's gonna take me to some place called Tops. So, we'll see if I can make that happen. Take a look at the traffic conditions here, and you think LA traffic's bad. I'm told this is not too bad. This is relatively light traffic. Ooh, crazy. Oh man, life in the Philippines. All right, I'm going up to this place called Tops. It's supposed to be some sort of an overlook with restaurants and tourist attractions and stuff like that. And you have to pick up this little van, and they take you up there, and then they supposedly bring you back. It's supposed to be 200 pesos per person, which in American money I think it's basically $1 or $2 or something like that. 200 pesos. Hold on, let me look it up. Okay, so it's 200 pesos, which is $3 America. $3 America, that is free. So per person, 200 pesos, $3 per person. So if you went with your girlfriend or family, you know, gotta add, you know, plus, you know, times 2, times 3, etc. Anyway, let me show you the outside. Look at that. We gotta wait 30 minutes for more people to show up. All right, so we'll see what we see. All right, I made it to Tops up here in Cebu. There's the entrance. Kind of mellow up here. Hey, we got some Tops action here. Got some Michael Bolton. You know, one thing here in the Philippines, they love, you know, that kind of love ballad, like Michael Bolton and Air Supply and all that kind of stuff. How am I supposed to live without you? Now that I've loving you so long. You know, I heard a rumor, I don't know if it was true, that Black Sabbath, the mighty Black Sabbath, was asked Michael Bolton to sing for them, like to be a singer. But anyway, let me show you around this place. Some people taking pictures over there. All right, here we are, the top of Cebu, top of the world. I wish I brought my sunglasses with me. I left them at the hotel because I like to travel light, my friends. I don't like to carry a bunch of junk, but now I regret it. But anyway, let me show you the view. Oh my God, look at that. Cebu City. Cebu. This is the building back here. Yeah, I think you can go all the way to the top. I'll go back all the way to the top in a bit. It is unbelievably bright up here. I should have brought my sunglasses. The problem is, my friends, I only wear sunglasses at night. All right, I'm out here, still at the Tops here in Cebu, checking out the view. Hey, that kind of rhymes. Anyway, it looks like they got a statue. I don't know if Jesus or Mary or something over there. I don't know if you can see. I'm gonna try to zoom in. Oh, man, not very sensitive zoom here. Right there. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, sorry about all the shaky. But it's far away, but it looks like it could be Jesus up there. Not too sure. But maybe, well, I'm not going to be able to make it up there. But it's kind of cool. I'm actually trying to get to, I don't know if I'll be able to do it on this trip, but I'm trying to find this place called Q Park, where they have these huge statues of Mary and Jesus and all this kind of stuff. I think it might be kind of cool. I'm going to stop by Harley Davidson Cebu, of course, because, you know, I mean, you know, I ride a Harley Davidson. Not too, you know, I haven't seen any Harley Davidsons in the street. I see a lot of scooters, a lot of Hondas, a lot of Yamahas. So it makes sense. You know, in the Philippines, it's more easier to get around town with a little scooter than it would be with a big motorcycle. I will say this Tops thing is pretty cool, but it's something you just basically come up here, you see a view, maybe you can eat something. There's a lot of restaurants here. And then you pretty much head back down. So I'm gonna hang out here for a while. And then I'm gonna, you know, go down and probably head over to Harley next. And then after that, not too sure. Gonna see where the day takes me. Okay, we got these, like, I don't know, mannequins, I suppose. I don't know if mannequins is the word for it, but anyway, these statues are holding love locks. So if you want to declare your love, like Ray and Lorena, oh, I guess that's Lorena did, then here you go. Also, I guess Jason and Jan over there love each other. Jessica and, I don't know, Delbert? Is that Delbert? KCV seems to like, I don't know if that's himself or who. A lot of names seems to have been whitewashed out, unfortunately, so I can't see them. But there's Ella and Gab, just to name a few. A few of the lovers we got up here. We got this person, Pramina, whatever. Pramida family. Oh, the Pramida family. Yes, the legendary Pramida family. You gotta love them. All right, and then I'm climbing up this little thingamajig up here. They charge you extra to climb this thing, by the way. It's like an extra $1 just to come up to this little viewing area up here. But you know, when in Rome. They also have a radio station up here, if you can believe it. Let me show you here. The legendary TMC 105.1 FM. They play the stacks of wax, my friends, and they run it up the troves. They play the platters that matter. Anyway, I guess they got a radio station up here. No wonder they're playing Michael Bolton and whatever this song is. There's nobody in the studio though. You know, I used to be in radio back in the day. I was a boss jack. Yeah, I talked up the troves, all that kind of stuff, running up the ramp, all that. But now, those days are long gone. All right, so I came up to the highest point here of this lookout thingamajig called Tops. So let me show you a little bit of it. So basically it's the same view, it's just you're higher up. So, you know, I was down there earlier, down there, but now I'm up here. You got this whole setup here, which is about, I think about $1, maybe a little bit more if I'm doing the money exchange correct. Once again, is this place worth it? I think if you're in Cebu, you should check it out. This is the entrance where everybody drives on in. The weather's nice here today, kind of cool. So anyway, yeah, to sum it up, I think if you're here in Cebu, you should check this thing out. It's kind of a little bit of a tourist trap. I'm not going to say it's not, but you know, it gives you a great view of the city. And you know, who knows the next time you're going to be in Cebu. I don't even know if I'm ever coming back to Cebu, in all honesty, but you know, I'm here. Might as well check it out. So next stop, I think, will be Harley Davidson. I don't know if I'm going to do any video of Harley Davidson, but we'll see. All right, my friends. So I didn't make it to Harley Davidson. Well, the reason I didn't make it to Harley Davidson is because Harley Davidson is closed. Today is Sunday. So I was going to go to Cebu Harley Davidson, but they're closed. So I'm here in Mactan Island, which is this little island right across the way from Cebu City, across the bridge, basically. And I'm eating at this resort called Azur. So far it's okay, but the service is a little slow. But anyway, let me show you around a bit. So it's got a nice little view, I'll give it that. You know, except for this ugly looking boat over there. But it's pretty nice. They got their own little beach. You got some beach people over there. Those are resort guests. This beach is private, so you have to be a guest, or I think they also have some sort of plan or whatever, some kind of like day pass you could use. And the restaurant looks like this. So, you know, so pretty cool. So we'll see how the food goes. I ordered myself a burger and their world famous cocktail. So we'll see how that goes. All right, this is the first drink of the party. Got this tiki dude. I wonder if he wears tall boots. Anyway, cheers. Or as they say in the Philippines, togay. Okay, I just finished eating at this Azul place. It was okay. I wouldn't say it was all that in a bag of chips or anything. I didn't even finish my burger, but still, you know, it's a nice little vibe out here. So, you know, worth checking out. So here's more of the private beach. You have to be a guest here to use this beach. Otherwise, they say, get the hell out of here, loser. But still pretty darn cool. I don't think I would probably stay here myself. I'm actually just visiting. I just came here to grab something to eat. But it was okay. It was okay. So I just finished having my drinks there at the and my lunch slash dinner at the Crimson Resort Azul restaurant, I think it's called. And then I was about to head back to the hotel, my regular hotel that I'm staying at, which is the Cedar Hotel. But then the rains came. I've been told this is the dry season. But anyway, I'm waiting for my driver to come pick me up. But I would say the Crimson Resort is kind of nice. The food was so-so, but the resort is kind of nice. But let me show you the lobby a little bit. So this is the lobby of the Crimson Resort. It's pretty cool. I mean, I think you might like it if you came, especially if you come here with a romantic partner of some kind, you know, your girlfriend, boyfriend, what have you. The pool's right there. Right now, as you can see, it's raining like crazy. When I got here, it was nice and sunny, but now it's raining cats and dogs. So anyway, tomorrow I got a big day planned of sightseeing, so I hope the rains don't affect that. All right, I'm up here in this Sirao Pictorial Garden, and we're just waiting for them to open. It's kind of rainy here in Cebu. All right, I'm here in Sirao is the name of this area. We're gonna go in this garden pretty soon. But I just wanted to show you the local flavor. This is actually a pretty nice Starbucks here. Star Black, not Starbucks, Star Black. Wow, so yeah, this is a Filipino life, my friends. So if you're telling me life is tough growing up, you know, in your neighborhood, try growing up right there, you know. Very, very cool. Anyway, we'll see how the inside looks. All right, so I'm still here. This is the little neighborhood. They got the little businesses. We got some corn. So these people have the, you know, most Filipinos have like these little, I think they're called sari-sari stores. I'm not too sure. But they're working hard for the money. Maybe a little later. This woman's got her business going on here. So, a lot of bikers. That man speeding down the highway. Oh well, anyway, we'll see what the day brings, my friends. Got my Zeppelin shirt, so let's rock. All right, I'm here at this garden, Sirao Garden thing. So let's check it out. All right, dude. That's pretty big. Looks like there's a lot of places to take pictures. Selfies, Instagram stuff for the gram. As they say, you know, Instagram's called the gram. The gram. Luckily the rain stopped. It was raining like crazy earlier. But now it's chilled out a bit. So the tour guy was telling me, or the guy who drove me up here, I should say, is that this little place was just some guy who just started to make a little garden, and he put all these little decorations up here, and it became kind of famous from vloggers and YouTubers and all that kind of stuff, and people on the gram. So anyway, looks pretty cool so far. It's really a place to come and take pictures more than anything else. And it's way up here in this mountainside in Cebu. And you got to go up some dangerous roads. I would recommend hiring a driver. This is not something you want to do on your own, my friends. No way. You got a big earth there. I like the scenery. You got Jesus over there. Got some horses.
You want to go there?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go up there with this dove that just landed for good luck.
Yeah,
Let's see how it goes.
yeah, I got it.
All right, I'm up here on top of the world. Look at this, very dangerous. I should have brought my big boots, but instead I brought tennies. But you know, what can I say? You got when you're in the Philippines, you gotta party like the Filipinos. So here I am in the, I don't know what this is called, the hand of God, whatever it is, pretty cool. We got Jesus right here. Jesus, I got some doves. It's very religious over here. I think it's supposed to be like a take on Holland or something. Look at that. This would be a great place to take a bunch of pictures, I'll say that much. Look at this. You got this thing, got the doves. It's pretty cool. I mean, you would think that why waste your time coming up here, but it is pretty badass. You got the you got the globe up there. You got this Holland thing going over here. Very cool. Inside the Amsterdam house or the Holland house, I don't know what you would call this thing. This windmill. See if I can get back here. Yeah, the windmill. This is pretty cool, I gotta say. Like, when people told me about this, I was like, that sounds lame. But actually, I'm pretty impressed, I gotta say. Pretty impressed. So yeah, if you're here in Cebu one day, you might want to come to the Sirao Gardens right there. Check them out. And there's another hand. I don't know if I should climb it, but maybe I should. You know, double shot. Okay. I'm going down to the flowers. Not the most safest steps in the world here. I really should have brought my Wescos. I actually have the Wescos at the hotel, but I didn't think I would need them. So I thought, oh, I'm going to be walking around a lot. I should bring tennis shoes. But I didn't realize it was going to be this rugged. Otherwise, I would have brought myself some Wescos. Look at that, huh? Cebu, we got a little heart here. Yeah, this is definitely not the... I don't think it meets all government safety standards. I don't think I'm going to go down that far. But let me go a little bit over here. So yeah, some beautiful gardens. Look at the mountainside, man. I'm glad it stopped raining for a while. I hope it stays that way for the rest of the day. And this is the back of the little gardens. So yeah, definitely come down and check this thing out. I'm pretty impressed thus far. So let me see if I can climb up here without killing myself. Yeah. All right, we got some Buddhist action here. So if you're a Buddhist, you know, you could do some meditating. Yeah, I gotta tell you, these steps are definitely not government safety standard. But anyway, pretty cool. Even got like, I don't know, what is that, a sword back there? Look at this thing. I'm digging it. I guess that says love over there. So that's like the main building right over there. And you know, it's got all these gardens. So yeah, like some dude just started planting this thing, and it became this whole thing. And then of course with Instagrammers and YouTubers like myself, this thing has just exploded. But it's really up here on the top of the mountain, so it's kind of crazy. But you know, definitely check it out. All right, now I'm at the Taoist Temple here, famous Taoist Temple. So let me show you a little of the magic over here. This is also supposed to be the richest part of Cebu, where all the rich people live. So if you're rich, you live here. So that's like all the rich people's homes up there. And this is the entrance to the temple. My tour guide said she's going to meet me down at the bottom of the hill. I hope he does, because otherwise I have no way of getting back to my hotel. All right, let's see what kind of magic we can see at the Philippines Taoist Temple. You know, there was a time I actually thought about being a Taoist, but I didn't really pursue it. All right, we got a little dragon action coming up here. All right, it's the year of the dragon. You know, what is that? Game of Thrones. Where's Daenerys? Daenerys, the Queen of Dragons. I gotta admit, it's pretty nice up here, though. Pretty sweet. Okay, so there's a lot of restrictions on taking photo and video here at the Taoist Temple. So I gotta be kind of careful where I videotape. But it's pretty cool up here. Yeah, it's really nice architecture and everything, but a little restricted. But look at the view. You got this nice view of Cebu over here, one of the rich people's homes. I'm gonna see if I can covertly. You got the temple up there, and that's where the rich people live. So pretty cool, pretty cool. I wish they weren't so restrictive though on the videotaping. Okay, so like I said, they don't like too much videos, or actually they don't like any video photography in the actual temple. But you know, I decided it might be cool to just photograph out there. So out there is the city of Cebu. It is a cloudy day, but I've been lucky that it rained earlier this morning, but it seems like it's kind of mellowing now. I mean, it's very overcast as you can see, but at least there's no rain, which is pretty cool. So that way I can enjoy my sightseeing. And all these houses you see here, they are supposedly the very rich of the Cebu City. So if you're wealthy, you live in this part of town. And you can see some nice cars and stuff down there. So, you know, somebody's living large. All right, I'm going up to see this church. And my tour guide driver insisted that I have lunch at this incredible restaurant. Can we say tourist trap? I think we can. But anyway, let me see if I can show you real quick here. This is the Cheesecake Factory that the driver insisted I check out. He said it was excellent food. We passed like 7 McDonald's and a Kentucky Fried Chicken, but we had to eat here. I tell ya. All right, I'm at this church, or I don't know if it's a church per se, but they say miracles happen here. So people who get cancer or they have health issues or whatever, they come here and they get cured. Also, it's the place supposedly where, you know, whatever your prayers are, whatever your wishes are, is answered here. So I don't know, I thought it'd be kind of cool to check out. So let's see let me show you what it looks like. So this is it. It's here in Cebu. It's really far away from the city. But it's pretty cool, I gotta say. So it's raining, unfortunately, but I wanted to show you a bit of it. Pray, pray, pray. In this Mario. Got these cool statues. Look at this. I love Mama Mary. Very cool. I gotta say, this is very cool, huh? There's a little bit of the church. All right, so this church is called Simala. So I guess it's Simala of Immaculate Gifts or something like that. Anyway, people make a prayer request, and when they come true, they put up on this wall. So these are all prayers that have been granted from people who came to this church. Alright, so you're supposed to take off your shoes when you go over here because supposedly when you get to the top level, somebody in the past somebody saw visions of Mary. So that's why this place is a miracle. That's everybody going to pray to Mary over there, as you can see. They pray to Mary and for a miracle. And everything you see up here is people whose miracles have come true. Praying to Mary there. You know, they got birds up there flying around. Kind of magical if you think about it. This place is very spiritual. I'm trying not to say too much, you know, I don't want to upset people. But you could definitely feel the energy in this place. You see, these are all birds that have been flown in here. And, you know, they find sanctuary here in the sanctuary. Got some old art depictions here. So these are crutches and wheelchairs and stuff for people who came here and got cured of their disability. So they left it here. So yeah, this place has a lot of miracles happening here. Once again, if you want to come to this church, it's called Simala. And if you ever come to Cebu, it's very famous. Everybody knows it, so it won't be difficult to get information. But it's kind of far from the main city capital, or the city center. But I think it's worth checking out. And who knows, maybe if you have an ailment or health issue or something like that, maybe this place can help you. All right, we just finished doing all the prayers and seeing the sights, but I just wanted to show you here where they have candles that mean different things, like good luck, good health, things like that, and they burn them here for blessings. So you see here. So it's quite a place to come here. The Simala Church of Miracles or something like that. But I noticed they always have Mama Mary everywhere. So I think that maybe Mama Mary something as well. Anyway, if you happen to be here in the Philippines and you happen to be in Cebu, and maybe you're having some issues, some bad luck, or health problems or what have you, you might want to come over here and check this place out. All right, my friends. Well, I'm going to be heading out of here. Next stop is something called 10,000 Roses, where they light up these roses. I don't know. I might try to stop by Harley Davidson Cebu City. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do it. But if I can't do it today, then I'll try it tomorrow, because I got to get my Harley shirt. I mean, I can't go traveling halfway around the world and not get a Harley shirt. That's just crazy talk. Anyway, about to leave this holy place. It was pretty cool. I'm glad I came. You know, it's been a very spiritual day for me. I went to the Taoist Temple, and now I'm here at the Catholic Church of Miracles here. And yeah, very spiritual. I'm usually not this spiritual, I gotta be honest. But one thing I do regret is I didn't wear my Wesco boots, because it's raining like crazy, and my Wesco boots would have really helped out. But oh well. All right. All right, one more thing before I leave here. I found out that this place is also called the Mount of the Holy Eucharist. So if you wanted to come here, it goes by the name Mount of the Holy Eucharist. And for some reason, I can remember that more than Shalom or Shalom or whatever the other name is. But anyway, Mount of the Holy Eucharist. So come check it out. All right, I'm now here at the 10,000 Roses. This is my final stop of the day, 10,000 Roses. All right, let's go see what this is all about. Well, here we are, but they haven't lit up the roses yet. They're supposed to put lights on them. Well, I think they're supposed to light up all these roses, but it's still too sunny. But let's go take a look. Let's get closer. All right, so these roses are light up. It's too bright, but see, you can see it lights up. So at nighttime, this is all lit up. But right now, it's just too, it's still too bright. I got here too early. But you can see. I don't know if I'll be here when it gets dark enough, but still, I'm glad I made it out. 10,000 roses. It's pretty cool. The lady at my hotel said, "Oh, you should book a tour because you're not going to find driver to take you here and go back to the hotel. But this place is not that far out of the beaten path. I think I could have found somebody. All right, so let me show you a little bit of the bay here while I'm hanging out. So you got the over there is all Mactan, the island of Mactan, and way over there is Cebu, the city of Cebu, and way over there is the island of Bohol. Just named a few places. So pretty cool. All right, it's gotten dark here, so I can finally show you the 10,000 roses at their full power. Look at that, huh? Look at that. They're doing a little Instagram, something for the gram. Look at that, huh? And you thought the Oz man was joking about this. You said, oh, there's no way these roses light up. That's crazy talk. That's what you were saying. Don't think I didn't notice. Look at that, huh? 10,000 roses. We got a lot of people doing stuff for the gram. Look at that. All right, beautiful here. Look at that, huh? I guess it is pretty cool. You definitely got to come at night, though. As you saw it earlier in the video, it wasn't as spectacular during the day. Even the ring and the heart and all that stuff in the background there, all that stuff. In the daytime didn't look so fancy, but now it looks pretty cool. Yeah, definitely worth it to come check this out. I would highly recommend it. Of course, now you can't see anything out of the distance. Well, over there's the city. So you see Cebu over there a little bit. But it's, but this is where the magic is. All right, my friends. Well, anyway, you gotta love it. 10,000 roses. Well, that's it for today. Tomorrow I'm gonna try to make it to Cebu Hardly. And then we'll see what other adventures we go on for the rest of my Philippines journey. So thanks for sticking with me. And I'll see you on the next part of this video. Have a good one.